Okay, before I start talking, I'm gonna give everybody the opportunity to go subscribe to my channel. So I'm gonna pause. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Give y'all a minute to handle that. And to the ones that did just subscribe already, I want to thank you. For the ones that comment, inbox me, thank you. I love the support. I'm here to give support and receive support. The weight loss community, I don't know, it's a big help. Like, some people don't even understand this community and how much it has helped me, do what I've done and continue to do what I'm trying to do. Give y'all a few more seconds to subscribe and like. And if you see me look down a few times within this video, because I wrote notes. Like, I be thinking so much in a week about what I want to say. I have to write it down, because if I just start recording and talking, there's gonna be so much shit that I just leave out. Okay, so before I get into the topic of this video, I just want to say, I just want to thank everybody again for the support, the comments. Pardon me, as soon as I hit record, it's like I get nervous, I start breathing different. So I've been trying to chill, just be calm and just be natural. Watching myself back, it's so weird. Like, I sit there and watch and I cringe, like I hate hearing my voice. And then you start to notice a lot of stuff about yourself that you didn't even know you did. Like, I noticed that I lick my lips a lot. I'm like, damn, like, why the fuck I keep licking my lips? But it's just a habit. And then that too, since I had this surgery, like, my lips be chapped a lot. So I'm always like making sure they moisturize and licking them and all that type of shit. But I noticed that I do that a lot, and I guess it's just a habit because I'm not doing it on purpose. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the topic of this video. So the topic of this video is, why did I keep my VSG surgery a secret? And I must say, it was a lot of reasons why I kept it a secret. And for some people, it's gonna be different. For some people, you're gonna be able to share it with everybody. You ain't gonna care about the comments, the support, the non-support. But for me, and I know for a lot of us, because I've spoken to a lot of people who have done the same thing, who have didn't tell a lot of people. Everybody's story is gonna be different. But for me, I kept my journey or my surgery a secret for several reasons. And I've learned that, it's two types of people that I kept it from. And those people were people that and I'm gonna talk, and these are people that I love dearly, that love me dearly, but you have to meet people where they are, and not everybody is going to understand you. Not everybody is going to support you, and you just have to accept that. Even though the type of person I am, somebody can come to me with the idea that they want to build a rocket on the moon. And the type of person I am, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, how can I support you? Good, like, I love it. That's the type of person I am. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody's gonna be like that. And we have to understand that everybody are individuals, and we can't expect everybody to be like us and understand, what we're doing and what we're trying to do. But for me, I'm just a supportive type of person. Even if in the back of my head, I think it's a dumbass idea you're doing. I think you stupid as fuck for doing it. I'm still going to not vocalize that, but I'm going to support you. And I'm going to be honest with you, but at the same time, I'm going to support you, because if that's something you want to do, I'm going to be that person to support you, whether I feel like it's dumb or not. So I've noticed one of the main people, or one of the main reasons that I did not tell everybody that I was going forward with the procedure is because I wanted a peace of mind. It took a lot for me to commit to having the surgery. I had so many thoughts and shit running through my head. Like, you know, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if. It was so much I was dealing with personally. I wanted a peace of mind that I didn't want to also have to deal. I didn't want to have to deal with what I was going through mentally and then have to put on the extraness of other people's opinion. You know, because people can be very opinionated, especially when it has nothing to do with them, especially when it has to do with your life, especially when it does not affect them. They can be very opinionated, and I wanted a peace of mind. I didn't want to have to be stressed out about my thoughts and then worry about what the next person is saying on something that I want to do for me to you know, make me better. So I just wanted a peace of mind. I didn't want to juggle different thoughts from other people. I wanted a peace of mind. And that's why I just didn't tell a lot of people. Not because I didn't feel like they wouldn't have been supportive, because they probably would have, and some probably wouldn't have, but I just wanted a peace of mind. I didn't want your opinion, period. The fuck? Like, I did not want nobody's opinion. I was doing it solely for me. I wasn't doing it for nobody else. And I didn't feel like I needed the world's opinion. You know, to be honest, I shared my surgery with 3 people. No, 4 people. 4 people is the only people that knew. First person that knew was my mother. And my mother, I must say, she supports me in anything that I do. Now, did she have on a cheerleader outfit saying go, go, go? No. But she knows that I'm the type of person that when it's something that I want to do, I'm going to do it. She knows that because I've had surgery before, elective surgery, and she knew when I wanted to have that done, I did it. So she didn't have on a cheerleader uniform, but she's known me all my life, so she knows my struggle with weight. And she knew and could see and had commented on my weight gain. So she knew, you know, that I was doing it for the right reason and that I was doing it too so I could live. And she knew I had, you know, just recently been put on high blood pressure medications and put on high cholesterol medications. She knew all of this. So, you know, she was more afraid just for the simple fact that it was surgery and that, you know, you just never know when you get put under what happened. She was more afraid of that aspect, but she was very supportive in me getting healthy and, you know, making a lifestyle change. So I told my mother, my sister, she was supportive. She's younger than me, so she's more like my child anyway. So, you know, that didn't matter anyway. But my mother, my sister, my cousin, who's like my best friend, which, you know, he's supportive as well, but I probably wouldn't have even told him, even though I didn't get any negative feedback or anything like that. But I had to tell him because my procedure took place in his city, which is Fort Lauderdale. So I went to his house the night before surgery, so he had, you know, he knew why I was coming and, you know, all of that. So I had to let him know. My cousin, he's like my best friend, and my other best friend, because he's the one who, you know, drove me down. And he was gonna stay at the hospital with me, but wasn't allowed because of COVID-19, and he drove me back. So only those 4 people knew. Now, mind you, I have 2 best friends that I did not tell. Like, these are my best friends in the entire world. Like, when I tell you, there's no other people that's not my blood that's closer to me than these 2 people. Like, and I love them dearly. I know they love me dearly, but I did not include them in this journey. I just did not include them. Not that, just for a peace of fucking mind. Like, you know, people can love you and not necessarily understand how sometimes their words can affect you. Is because they love you so much. I don't know, but I have 2 friends. They both female, and I didn't include them. One of them I still have not told to this day, and it's for a specific reason. I'll get into that later. But my other best friend, who doesn't live in the same city with me, I just recently told her after I made that last video. But you have to understand that it's just a lot of people, whether it's family, friends, anybody, they just simply won't support you, because they don't understand. And we can't expect everybody to understand. There are people in this world who have all their life been thin, never had weight problems. You know what I'm saying? So when you get opinions from people who've been skinny all their life, you ain't never had to go special order some shit. You can go straight to the mall. You ain't never dreaded fucking PE because you can't run and you get out of breath. You know what I'm saying? It's people that never went through some of the stuff. You ain't never had to take medications because you got high blood pressure, diabetes. You know what I'm saying? It's people like that who opinions I don't fuck with at all, because you can't tell me shit because you don't understand what I've been through all my life. This ain't nothing. I ain't been skinny all my life and I just blew up and decided to have a surgery. I've been fat all my fucking life, ever since like 5th grade. I was a thin child growing up, but around 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, I started to blow up. So a person who has never been through what I've been through, you know what I'm saying? They really can't tell me nothing because you don't understand our journey, and those that are watching, they don't understand our journey. So you really can't tell me much. So I can respect the fact that your opinion is not going to be in support of me because you don't understand. So that's why I decided to leave certain people out. But I just want to get into, why I didn't let my best friends know. So my first best friend, she's my best friend. I know, I don't want people to look at this video and say, oh, she's not your real friend. I know she loves me. Like, she's done things for me that, I have family members that family members wouldn't do. She supports me. I supports her. It's just love. It really is love. But she's very, I can't remember her sign, but she's very like stern, and she could be aggressive. And, and I didn't want to deal with that in this journey because I was going through so much. So I'm going to take you back a year ago. A year ago, and I don't want to make this video too long, but a year ago, I had started to realize some of the weight that I had piled on. And what we have to understand, people love to point out that you have gained weight as if we don't know. You think I don't know I can't fit my old clothes? People love to do that, and I hate that. Like, you don't have to tell me I'm gaining weight. You don't have to tell me I need to lose weight. You don't have to tell me I'm losing weight. We know when our body is changing. So I had already knew that I had put on pounds, but I've had so much mental shit going on, as far as weight, that has really affected me throughout my life. I was at a point, this was a year ago, remember, I was at a point where I was learning to, just accept, that I was big. You know what I'm saying? I was learning to accept that I was big, still knowing in the back of my head I needed to lose weight, but I was just accepting it. And it's this brand, it's this dude, which I support a brand. They have like a plus size for men clothing. I think it's called Fat Boys. A lot of his shirts say Fat Boy. So it was this night out. I was clean as fuck. I can't wait till I get clean as shit and y'all see how I look. But I was clean as fuck. I wore this outfit, and on the back of the jacket it said Fat Boy. I was clean. It looked good. When I get into my editing, I'm gonna learn how to tag in videos and shit. Pictures. But I was clean as fuck. So it was just like a few days after that event, I talked to her on the phone, and we wasn't even talking about weight. I was talking to her on the phone, and we ended up on a picture that I posted on Facebook in that outfit, which my picture did numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because, bitch, I'm a big ass fly nigga. So my picture did numbers, and she was like, why you wore that? Like, I didn't like that. Why you wore that said Fat Boy? And, to this day, I don't think she understood how that affected me, because that whole brand is about self-empowerment, loving yourself, loving the skin you in. She didn't get that. I don't know. She was just very bitter about what I wore, and it bothered me a lot. And then I think she was having a bad day that day, because she was just like, you know what, friend, like, you're gaining so much weight, you need to lose weight. And at that time, I was so taken aback, but I was trying to explain to her, like, you don't understand, like, how I'm kind of liking the skin I'm in. I'm accepting the fact that I'm bigger. And you know what I'm saying? She just didn't understand. She was just saying so much. It was just a negative conversation. The vibe was just off. And then in that same conversation, I mentioned to her that I was thinking about having the surgery. And she was like, what? Like, I think you being lazy. You not changing your eating. Like, it was just very much, I'm this little, she just big. She just talking down on me. And from that conversation, I stopped fucking with her. Like, that shit hurt my feelings. Like, I'm Aquarius. Like, bitch, we strong, and you go, you cross us, we done with you, but we sensitive as hell too, especially when it's somebody that we care about. So like, we stopped talking after that conversation for months. Like, and I still think to this day, she does not understand how or what she said affected me. So I knew from the get-go, after that conversation, when I made up my mind to have my surgery, she would not be included. I made sure of that. All that kind of talk there, you can't be included in my journey, because I don't need that. I don't need that extra baggage with me, making such a big decision. So I didn't tell her ass at all. My other best friend, I didn't tell her, and I knew she would have understood, but I didn't tell her simply because, she's associated or related to somebody that, I don't wish nothing bad on, but I don't necessarily deal with at all. Like, on everything. Like, I don't associate with this person at all. So I didn't want in any kind of way for her to slip up. Not saying she would have did it on purpose, because she's very loyal, but I didn't want her to slip up or in any kind of way. And I know my friend, I know sometimes she could be like, I'm gonna tell you something, don't tell nobody. So I didn't want it to be that situation. I will eventually tell her, but I haven't told her yet, because I don't want that person in my business right now. When I let people know, it's because I want to be in control of my story. And that's just on everything. I don't want my story to be told by nobody, because ain't nobody gonna tell it better than me. Nobody tells your story better than the person who wrote it. And I wrote it, I'm writing my story, so I will be the one who tell it. So I ain't told her yet. So, my best friend, the first one I was telling y'all about that I didn't tell because of the conversation we had, and we stopped talking after months. So, we made up after maybe 4 or 5, 6 months. We made up. And, things just flowed back into normal. We just jumped back into normal things. And she very supportive. The love was still there. But when I decided recently to have my surgery, I just didn't tell her. So a week ago, probably the next day after I made my last video, me and her was on the phone, and she doesn't live in my city. And we was on the phone, and she was like, I ain't been hearing from you lately. You feel like you acting funny. When you gonna come see me? Why do I always have to come see you? Why you never come see me? You need to come see me this month. So at that point, I didn't want her to think I was just acting funny, because I did cut back from talking to her, because, bitch, I'm going through 2 weeks of pre-op liquid. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just had surgery, still on liquid. I don't want to talk. So I didn't want her to think I was acting funny because I was feeling some type of way. So I ended up telling her, because she was inviting me down, and I'm saying, no, I can't come, and she not understanding why. So I ended up sending her a text message explaining to her in precise detail on what I did, why I did it, why I didn't tell her. And I sent her a text, and at the end of the text, I told her, because I know her personality, I know how she is, I told her, don't be in a rush to reply. You don't have to reply right now. Get your thoughts together. Don't just send me no quick ass reply when you ain't even digested what I said or thought about how you're gonna respond. So I told her, don't reply right away. Get your words together. But she did actually reply right away, and it was surprising that she was very understanding. I don't know if that day when we talked months ago, she was having a bad day, but she was very understanding. And then she reworded what she said months ago in a better way where I could understand it better. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I have to tell people. Like, it ain't about what you say, it's how you say it. So if you want to give me some good advice, some encouraging advice, remember on how you say it. Because I can be a mean motherfucker. I'm telling you, I got a tongue, I could eat a bitch up. So I know the power of words. So I be trying to tell her, even with your men, You can't fuck with a nigga, excuse my language, but you can't fuck with a man and be all hardcore. Like, you got to be soft for that man. That man don't want to see this stern ass woman all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's how you present yourself. You have to soften things up. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I always tell her, but I can say when she replied, it was very much in that way, and I feel like she's learning that. And I also feel like she was more in support or more understanding because she's in a situation now dating a man that a lot of people don't agree with. She's getting those negative opinions from people. And so she's understanding doing things and not telling people. Because I just found out she's taking trips all the way cross country to see this man and ain't telling people because she know the opinions that are coming back. But guess what? Every time she talked to me about this person, no matter how I feel about him, in my opinion, really don't matter. But no matter when she talked to me about him, whether it's something good or something bad, guess what? I'm always in support. I'm always giving her advice on what to do, you know what I'm saying, on how to handle shit, how her mama ain't in support. I'm always, uplifting. That's the type of person I am. And I think she's finally getting that. So when I told her, she was all for it. She was actually like congratulating me because she knew, you know what I'm saying, that I had gained weight. And I didn't tell her I was on high blood pressure and cholesterol medicine, but one weekend she was here before I had my surgery, she saw my blood pressure machine and she was like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just trying to keep track of my blood pressure." But I didn't tell her I had been put on medication. So I ended up telling her that in the text message. So, she wants the best for me, but I feel like with her, she's learning, to be a little bit more softer, choose your words wisely on how you talk to people. Because I choose my words wisely when I talk to anybody. I'm never out to hurt nobody's feelings, no matter what kind of advice or what I'm trying to tell you. Even when I'm mad, I can still control my words and say what I need to say without hurting your feelings. And I just feel like that's it with everybody. So I want to encourage everybody to make sure, this video is probably the longest I ever did, but make sure that you do your surgery for you and not for nobody else. Make sure you do it for you. It don't matter how a bitch feel, how a bitch think, do it for you. A person's opinion does not matter. Leave those opinions at the door. Don't take that with you. You already got a lot on your mind. Don't take it with you. You know what I'm saying? Do it for you. If you don't want to tell nobody, don't. Catch you a motherfucking Uber to the hospital in an Uber home and leave it at that and recover and bounce back and be like, "This me." You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to do that because people can be harsh. People's opinion can affect us. Yeah, a lot of people say words don't hurt. Words hurt. Opinions matter sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We can't let it fuck with us and change us, but that stuff does matter. And just make sure you're doing it for you. Make sure you have if you're gonna tell people, make sure they are for you, they love you, they support you. You know what I'm saying? Just do it all for the right reasons and only include people that's gonna be supportive. And people that's gonna have your back, just do everything for the right reasons and include people that's for you. And that's about all I want to say. I think I forgot to include my numbers before I wrap this video up because I don't want it to be longer than 25 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all my numbers. Okay, so back in May, when I first decided to have the surgery, I was at 326.